Alfie Jeffries loves nature. His dream is to work in conservation, but he's had a difficult life, and now he's part of an army of almost 1 million young people cut off from work.
As soon as I pretty much finished up my GCSEs, I went into an adolescence psych ward. It definitely did have an impact because while everyone my age at that time was sort of growing up and hitting those crucial milestones in life, I was sort of just stuck there. I lost my dad at a very young age, and I also got involved with addiction as well, which wasn't very nice. Stuff like that definitely does damage someone very, very young, and when there isn't any support, no matter how much you scream, it's definitely, you're just left out to dry, really.
Youth unemployment is at a decade high of 16%, with young people most exposed to sectors where job losses have been at their sharpest. Since June 2024, almost half UK redundancies have hit the under 25s. That's the equivalent to more than 150 jobs lost per day. The picture is even worse when you look at young people not in education, employment or training, the NEETs, where almost 1 million young people are totally dislocated from work or studying. The King's Trust charity says the impact is devastating for individuals and the wider economy.
It's the legacy of the pandemic and the impact that's had on young people's mental health, their education during the pandemic, the fact they weren't able to take their qualifications, so they don't feel qualified for work. And then the next thing is the sort of changing world of work, the impact of AI. So you've got young people who feel less prepared and less ready for work, and you've got a job market that's becoming more complicated. Young people who are at that entry level starting their job are really finding it tough at this moment, and tougher than I've ever seen in my time at the King's Trust.
And applying for jobs can be thankless when rejections pile up.
Your expectations are so low, you're expecting to hear nothing.
What does that do to your mental health?
It definitely puts you in a spiral, almost as if there's a ticking time bomb and you have to get a job by this certain age, or you can't afford to live somewhere, you can't pay bills on time. And
is that scary?
It's definitely scary.
Alfie says connecting with the King's Trust has sparked new hope in him after he and the Trust team won gold at last year's Chelsea Flower Show.
When you met the King, what did you guys talk about?
So I shared a bit about my backstory, and we sort of spoke only briefly about sort of what led me to here, how I'm enjoying Chelsea, and what my next steps are.
Despite connecting with the monarch, getting a job has still been out of reach for Alfie. The government knows time is short to avoid the wreckage of a lost generation.